Good evening to everybody. 4Cyclists Cup second stage. We are live. My name is Tom, and I'm from ZZK Cycling Shop in Latvia. And today we will follow all cycling groups, 4 groups, A, B, C, E, and it looks like something went wrong with network for some rider. So we'll fast switch to Zwifters. Looks like some technical problems, definitely not on my side, but something with Zwift. Okay. Okay, we're back online. Good. Some riders got disconnected straight away from a race. I hope there wasn't any top riders who were fighting for overall ranking. So I have to check how many riders got disconnected from a group. But I digress. Today, reverse figure 8, 30 kilometers. Rules, as always, wins the strongest, the best rider. Participants from all countries. Also, maybe you've read in chat, doesn't matter in which group you are, but you are still participating for prize from 4Cyclists today. Gloves, good prize, good item for beginning of season in Atman. Today's race won't be super hard. It's with 2 climbs, not a major climbs, some small climbs, small bumps. But we could say this track is also a leg cracker because you have to pump the numbers up, then you go downhill, then you have to climb again, and should be challenging for some riders. Team Martin Sars from LV2 Max team, Artur Sisratins from Vision team, Jirgensons, Wikströms as always, Jans Andersons also, haven't seen him for a while. Also we see Lithuanian rider Stiukas, winner of the last race, Mezlikins. Today on the start we have a little bit more than 200 riders. We can already see the first climb. Also Arvis Prude. Really strong ultramarathonist in Europe. In top 10 definitely. Owns a Guinness record for longest, most kilometers in 7 days. Lena Zatje, paldies, ielieko streamu. Thanks for like. So remember, you can check all results in Zwift.lv and 4cyclists.eu. You can also find all information about these races and everything else what you would like to know. So we can see people are jumping in sprint section to earn some jerseys for this ride. Next year we plan to make separate rankings for climbs and for sprints, and actually we can see really big action happening here. We can see some sprinters. I don't know if they're still pumped up from last sprint section or they just want to actually try and run away from a group or crash the group to stretch it out a little bit. We will see Kazakevicius from Lithuania now taking the lead on a cobblestone section. Arvis Prude taking off the lead from Kazakevicius. 300 watts, 179 beats per minute. Guys are pushing themselves, 4% climb. So going uphill. A lot of things can happen here when you have to these uphills and downhills. It's really stressful on the legs and also on your heart. Martin Jurgensons, 150 beats per minute. He's just cruising. He's in his element, riding these small hills up and down. He's a strong climber in Zwift. As we spoke with Arvis Prude in previous interviews, he said overall level of riders this year are really high, especially since we have a competition from Lithuania and Estonia. Those guys are pushing other Latvian rider limits, because when you just ride in one nation, you already know what you're against of, so you don't have to push any boundaries. But if you have new riders, a new rider joining every race, you have to be prepared all the time. You can't be lazy in this. And as we know, in Zwift, it's not forgiving if you get left off from a group. It's really hard to catch up, so that's why you have to stay in a group no matter what. And that's the hardest part. For some people wondering why it's 30 kilometers instead of 29.7, 300 meters is intro course in this road. That's why it's 30. So B and C group already started the race. They have 3-minute gap in between. So A group starts first, then B, then C, and then E group. E group stands for women only. Today we had some riders who were able to join women's group, although they are men. But Zwift fixed it really fast. Shinioka from LTZ Racing Team. For someone just joining in a stream for Cyclist Cup, it's 5 races. 4 best races are counted in overall results. And the prizes also from 4Cyclists EU. It's cycling clothes from made and designed in Latvia. Everything from 0 to 100% made in Latvia. Good quality. Go check them out in 4Cyclists EU. Price is also really good for custom design, which you can make whatever you like. Berzinch. He has a relatively new rider in our Zwift races, and he has already shown that he has some powerful legs. Tursisavatin is making a small gap, so we can see the group are going actually pretty fast, and there are already some riders who are getting left behind. So Merzlikins, Lelekauskas, Shinioka, okay, Canadian, Vega. Now it's small downhill for some riders. If they work together, I assume LV2 Max team, it's their opportunity actually to try and attack and get away from a group or stretch it out even more than it is. It's really big advantage for teams if they work together. So now we'll switch to B group. Let's see what's there. What's the situation? Oh, as always, one of the biggest groups in race. Everyone is holding together. Speed is good because more people. Jānis Vanaks, also Michelis, Jankowskis. I don't see Parups, who is always in front of B group. Also Carlos Berlands, godfather for cyclists and the person responsible for this race. Oh, Lars Parups also racing today in a B group. Good to see that. Let's check. Is there someone in front? No, that's a rider from A group. They're just picking him up, and now we slowly climb A group, and we can see how it's stretching out. It looks like yeah, a little bit like 10 riders in A group in front already. 7 kilometers in the race. Only 11 minutes, so we can see the pressure has been really big and the phase is actually pretty fast. Our wheels fixture is going on 182 beats per minute. 155 watts. Jumping to 200 on a downhill. Downhill is the place where you can kind of rest your legs, catch your breath from up climbs like this. But some people can use this to attack. Joe Good from Canada. Kazakevich is also in the front. I have seen in Instagram Kazakevich's how he goes on a sprint, and I'm really happy that he's using good trainer so he doesn't jump off the trainer. A really strong rider, especially on the sprints. He has definitely power in his legs. Now switching to women's group, we can see Dana Rozlapa 10 seconds ahead of Olga Luksa. So last race she had really big fight with Lithuanian rider, and the race before in Baku Baltic, so they had really big race. So Lithuanian rider in Baku Baltic League won Dana in the last 100 meters, and Dana took the revenge on last race. But it looks like today she don't have competition, so we can say she kind of has 3 points, free victory in women's category. That's good for her. And other girls are kind of holding together. Uzana, Luksa, Vaivode, a new face. Krista Pultite also in a race. Happy to see her. Long time no see. Also girls going on almost 180 beats per minute. Spiridoska. Dana is just going solo, like time trial race. So we're back on A group. Also, if you want to see some specific rider, you can type in chat and we can jump on him and look what's happening in his group. Just tell me his in-game name. For surprise today, we don't see a lot of riders from other countries like America, Great Britain, Denmark, Sweden. Last week we had a lot of riders from other Europe's countries. Today we see more riders from Baltics. For some riders, probably they had to skip today because of Zwift Racing League. A lot of races going on right at the moment, so probably some riders had to jump on those races. So we can see 9 riders in a group in front. They have kind of settled down a little bit, but we could see some riders trying to catch up to them. So we see Merslikin 600 watts going on 180 beats per minute, but so we see something is disconnecting. He has some technical difficulties because we can see the wattage just and REM's just disconnecting for a while. Let's see if he will succeed on, yeah, he succeeded on passing the gap and joining the first group. Pretty amazing joining the group, and we can see beats per minute are really low actually. Really good performance, interesting. Also a reminder for riders who are listening this live, when you check the results, there is another column. There is sometimes written something, for example, dual or kg or bike or something like that. You can read a description for these terms in rules. And also you have to check if administration from race doesn't ask you to give some details or some proof about your trainer or your weight or some other data like dual recording. So last week, after last week race, we asked dual recording for Linas Stukas from Lithuania, Emils Rybaks, Martin Čirgensons. In a B group, Kristaps Ozos. In a C group, Aldis Salzemnieks. And from E group, from women's, Dana Rozlapa. So today they have to make dual recording and post it in Zwift Power. So administration from race can check is everything okay with the data. Don't forget to like and subscribe, also share this live stream. It helps us make better content, more fun races, and to make overall experience for you as a viewer much better. Oh, cobblestone section, this is my favorite. I always remember first time when race was held in this track, and I had just started to stream Zwift races, and my volume was really high for Zwift, and the cobblestone sound when everyone is cycling across it was just terrible. I think many people broke their headsets. But yeah, times go by, and we see a lot of improvements, and also we can see some two riders trying to catch up to the group. Probably they will do. They will catch up. So we will almost have full A group like they started in the beginning. Looking on today's lineup in A group, I think Stukas definitely potential winner. Sisolatins could make him work for it, or Sisolatins could be one of the winners. Also, we have Jürgensons and Wikströms. It's hard to tell about Kazakevich's, although he's really strong rider, but he has struggled in the last races to hold the pace till last sprints, till last corners. But he's definitely really strong rider, and I would say one of potential winners also in this race if the luck stays with him for a few races. Like we remember in Wahoo Baltic League, Emils Rybaks, the start of the cup was really hard for him. Victories got snatched from him left and right. But we could see really good improvements in later in races. Also, don't forget on 12th of February and 19th of February, it's Latvian National Championships for Latvian riders. First time in Latvia, a national esports cycling championship. Arvis really trying to make some gap between him and group. 25 minutes in, almost 20k done. So a little bit more than 10 kilometers left till the finish. And it looks like Arvis is making the gap a little bit bigger. .188 beats per minute. Leakins with Arvis. 3-second gap. The closest riders. Actually, they're two strong riders. They could try to go away from a group, but they have to work together. They have to know what will other rider do. This is interesting. Although I don't think they can actually escape the group. But you have seen a lot of surprises in these races before, where one guy just runs away in 10 kilometers and wins the race and nobody catches him. Okay, 5-second gap. Nobody's pushing from the group, nobody tries to catch them. Although I can see Lelekauskas. Almost 8.4 watts per kilogram. Looks like they're trying to catch them, but not everybody tries to catch them. That's the big problem of the group. But the gap is decreasing. The gap is decreasing. Now they start to go in a climbing section. In climbing section, the solo efforts could pay off. We'll see what's happening. Arvis going strong and steady. Okay, Berzinch. Linas Stiukas. Bigströms. Oh, almost 700 watts. We can see by the beats per minute he had to work for this climb. Someone is popping power-ups. LV2 Max team, 3 riders in the front group. They could actually play out some attacks, I think. In Wahoo Baltic in the last stages we already saw how they were performing their team tactics, and they worked for them. Since they're the biggest team in this group, they have advantage. Kazakevich is still holding in a group for this strong. Less than 10 kilometers, 9.5k to go. For everyone watching live, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Check out 4Cyclists EU webpage if you are looking for new clothing for your summer rides or winter rides. Variety of clothes, warm for warm weather, for cold weather. for every possible cycling sport you can imagine. Just write an email or hit them up in a Facebook and they will help you accomplish what you want with your clothing and sportswear. Let's see what's with the B group. How big is the group? So B group is kind of destroyed. It's not so big like it was before. The mountains did what they had to do. Although we see B group top riders still in front. Ozolis, Mikšelis, Vanaks, Bārups, Nāckals. Oh, Carlos Berlands. 24th position from 55 riders in B group. In the middle, trying to catch up to closest rider. 1 second, he will probably do that, and then they have 10-second gap with the front of the group. 20k already done. So we're back to A group. No big changes here. Still holding together 23.7 kilometers. So a little bit more than 6.5 k's to go till we see the finish. Another climb. Jürgensson's in front. We can start to see a pattern here that riders from LV2 Max try to kind of shoot out a little bit time to time to pressure the group. Jürgensson's in front, 1 second gap. We have seen Jürgensson's do this before, especially in maps which are really full with mountains or big climbs. He just pops out from a group and just climbs up the hill, and everyone is dying to catch him. Already 3 second gap. .4 kilometers to go. Still 5 second gap. And it's increasing 6 second gap. How long he can hold this? Almost 400 watts. 7 seconds. This is interesting. I want to see how far he can push this. I think they will definitely pick him up. The question is when. And when they do, probably someone else from LV2 Max team will sprint out. It should be near finish. And they will probably make another attack. So they're kind of in win-win situation here. Nine-second gap. Jürgensen still pushing in. Already 12 seconds. Five watts per kilogram. How long he can hold this? "17-second gap, 3.4 kilometers till finish." I start to think he can do it. The question is, will he have the juice to continue? .9 kilometers. This is definitely attack of the day, attack of the week, and attack of whole 4Cyclists Cup. "20 seconds. The gap is still growing. Still, as we can see, the group, I think they're starting to push the speed. Yes, definitely, they're trying to catch him. They understand. It's 2.3 kilometers to finish. 20-second gap. Jürgensen's fighting with himself. And the group fighting with each other. Nobody wants to lead, everybody wants to save strength till the finish. Two kilometers. 19 seconds. Jürgensen's pushing 5 watts per kilogram. Already 2 minutes. He's definitely cycling on edge. Yeah, with the group, nobody wants to push, nobody wants to catch. We can see Canadian guy good, he wants to do something, but nobody joins him, nobody takes the lead, nobody swaps him. Oh, like I said, LV2 Max team is in a really good position because they can do whatever they want, they still win. So that's why next year, I hope we will have more teams and we could make some team also team competition. For this year it's only we could say only one team would be fighting for this, so it wouldn't be fair, but yeah, definitely this is definitely paid off for this team effort, if it was team effort, but I think it was. 1.1 kilometer to go. Martin Jürgenson's 25-second gap. He has done it. He has pushed himself to the limit. He ran away in a right moment. For last few minutes he has been fighting with himself to keep pushing himself forward. $800 meters, nobody can catch him, nobody can stop him at this point. $500 meters till finish. Just cruising, just chilling. Nobody can catch you anymore. You have done it. Congratulations to Martin Jürgenson for winning 4Cyclists. Second race. Outstanding performance. 300 meters and he is finished. He has done it. Good job. Now we're switching to artificial Latins. So Stukas, third place. Wikström, second place. Good job. Stukas just 4 seconds after Wikström's, and Sisselatins 3 seconds after Stukas. Really interesting race. I didn't expect to see that. I didn't expect someone just cruise away for a few kilometers and just go away from a group solo ride. Amazing, amazing what happens in these races when nobody wants to work, nobody wants to go in front. But now we're switching to B group. 28.2 kilometers, less than 2k till finish. Mičelis, Nāckalns, Pārups, Ozols, Vanaks. All the strong B group riders who has shown outstanding performance all this season in every race are also showing good performance in this race, and they are in front. But who will be victorious today? That's the real question. As always, I will try to not mess up the B group's finish because a lot of riders here and it's really tough for me to follow up all the riders and just see actual finish. So sometimes the results change and they can vary from what I'm telling now. They can be a little bit different than Zwift LV and 4Cyclists EU webpage, where you can see results after 3 days. Then that's the time when we post the results. Okay, so this is rider from a known country. He's now leading the race. 170 beats per minute. 500 watts. 5 watts per kilogram. 800 meters left. We can see Jurberg still fighting for second place. Nāckalns third position, but they're still fighting. 700 meters. Will they catch him or no? That's the real question here. Increasing gap, 4 seconds. Pazars now in second place, fighting with Gedvilas from Lithuania. Birkens also pushing 400 meters till finish. I don't know, maybe they can catch 300 meters, but oh, Ozols is going and they're catching Ozols. They passed him. Lauris Pārups third place. I think he was third place, but there was another guy. I didn't see his nickname, so it's hard for me to tell what happened there. But we will have to check in results. But this was actually last second call and last meters. They snatched the victory from sorry, I forgot nickname for rider, but they snatched the victory from him. So that was actually a pretty good finish for a B group. I'm really happy to see in every race, each time when they race, they push more and more, and it's more interesting, this finish with more people in them. So now we'll try to switch Switch to C group. Salzemniks leading the C group. Clinch also. Beitans. So we can see some C group riders also riding with B group riders. John Knopf in front, 8-second gap. A little bit looks like scenario from A group or Jürgenson's spectacular victory. So here we can see Knopf 9 seconds in front of Beitans and Salzemniks. 3 kilometers to go. Will the finish repeat itself? Will we have solo winner in C group? The gap is increasing, 10 seconds. .3 watts per kilogram. .11 seconds. .5 kilometers to go. Already 14 seconds. The big white fight is happening in a C group. 15 seconds behind Knopf. It looks like Knopf has secured a victory for the C group. In the same way Jürgensons did in A group. But you can't congratulate if he hasn't finished yet. As we know, this is technical sport and everything can happen here. Nobody's safe from internet connection loss or some other stuff, what sometimes happens with riders. Small 3% climb here from the tunnel. We can see one Latvian rider and one Lithuanian rider, Beitans and Sakunas. They are kind of pushed 2 seconds away from a group trying to catch the first place. They won't probably succeed because there's 1.2 kilometers to go. And I don't think they will be able to catch the Knopf, but they are definitely fighting for second and third place. Also remember, everybody who is participating in this race, you are also automatically joining lottery from 4Cyclists to you for gloves. So stay tuned, check their Facebook page, 4Cyclists EU, and their website. 900 meters left till finish, and we can see the gap 9 seconds. Sakunas and Beitans pushing 5 watts per kilogram. Can they do it? Paldies, Arvids Anģelītis, ka ielaikoji streamu. Knopf 600 meters to finish. Sakunas 6 seconds. The gap is decreasing. The guys are really pushing in. Beitans and Sakunas, they're working, and also all of the group are pulling in. 2 second gap between them. 400 meters. Can they do it? 300 meters. It looks like not, but definitely fight for second, third position. So, congratulations to Nov. Salzemnieks, Skapar, second place. Salzemnieks, third place. In end, they did it. Salzemnieks, he was maybe just resting in a group to pull them in a finish line. A really smart ride from him. Now we see what's happening on a woman's ride. I think a smart thing would be to switch to Dana. In the beginning, we saw she doesn't have competition today, so 3 points for her. We can see she's definitely in the first place. Closest competition, 51 seconds after her. Spiridowska and also Putsita with her. And Dana is just cruising with C group riders, 26.8 kilometers done. Nobody can threaten her first place. So we can, I think it's sure to say congratulations to Dana, although, like I said, you can never know. Jānis Andersons bija fucking grūts pēc vīrus. Noteikti, ka tā varētu būt grūti. Jātrenējās, jāatkopjās. Krīstaps Sodos, kas liek finišu 100 metru. Finišam nevajadzēja būt 100 metru pēc finiša. Man vismaz finišs rādījās tur, kur bija arka. Varbūt kaut kāds gļuks. Jo man visi finiši aizgāja arkā. Varbūt ir screenshots, vai tāds var atsūtīt, pastīšos, jo finišam bija jābūt tieši arkā. So, let's check what's happening. Putsita, for now, riding Spiridowska, they're fighting for second and third place. Closest competition from Great Britain, 18 seconds. Taberham. Ļoti jocīgi, jo man rādījās tieši tur, kur ir arka, tur man rādījās arī finiša līnija. Var patīt stream uz atpakaļ paskatīties. Jo es pats arkas nelieku, es vienmēr uzrakstu tā kā man vajag tādu un tādu trasi, lai finišs ir finiša arkā. Bet runājot par sacensībām, I'm sorry, I'm switching to Latvian. Bet runājot par sacensībām, Zwift izstrādā jaunu kaut kādu event protokolu vai kaut ko tādu, kad būs daudz vieglāk taisīt sacensības un tur būs advancētāks visas tās lietas, kā to darīt, nevis sūtīt tikai e-pastu un prasīt, lai kāds to uzliek, un ja kāds to neuzliek, tad viss ir slikti, jo to izlabot nevar. Tad viņiem būs laikam speciāls tūls, kurus varēs atlikšķināt un ielikt tieši precīzi kilometrus un atzīmēt tieši, kur es vēlos finišu. Tā kā ja viņi to uztaisīs, tad vispār vairāk nekādas problēmas nebūs. Jo šobrīd vaina ir 100% viņu pusē. Es vienmēr pierakstu, ka tāda un tāda trase, finišs, lai ir finiša arkā, E-grupa vienmēr kā sieviešu grupa, bet mēs redzējām arī šodien jau bija, nezinu kāpēc, vakar E-grupa bija tikai sievietēm, šodien pa dienu pēkšņi E-grupa bija arī, kur vīrieši varēja pieteikties. Es viņiem uzrakstīju, tad viņi to izlaboja. Tā kā, es daru, ko es varu, sorry veči. Bet, iznākusi tāds, kāds viņš ir. Tagad varam pasīties Danai, kur radīsies finišs. Es redzu augšā minimapā, kur ir finiša arka. Vajadzētu būt 30. kilometrā. Tad pasakosim tieši precīzi līdz Danai. Dana, you're winning. If you can hear us, make a wheelie. So for someone wondering what we were speaking in Latvian before, so now we are checking in Dana's perspective for a finish line, because some riders are saying that the finish were 60 meters after finish arc. So we will check from my perspective and Dana's perspective how it looks, although it will be only my perspective. So now we can see finish arc, where it should supposed to be. Where's the line? And when she crosses the finish line and this arch, she should like finish. Yeah, it's some bug. I don't know. Wait, yeah, actually, yeah, something like 60 meters or more. Like I even didn't see the finish line on minimap. It showed me like 100 meters on back. So yeah, it's some glitch in Zwift. Oh, Martin Schirgensons, congratulations on this victory. Amazing race, amazing race. Like, while you're just switched in chat, please answer me, this was a team effort or just your brutal strength of your legs? I need to know. Martins. The hunch that the team will support me. I think that's just a lazy excuse, but did you have like, you were talking everyone on Discord, or no? Jā, Robert, trases garums ir 29,7 metri, bet tev ir jāatcerās, ka mums ir kā events, un tad 300 metri ir tas izbraukšanas ceļš, kad tu iebrauc trasē. Ja es uzliktu 29,7 km, tad jūs tad būtu 300 metri pirms finish arks finish. Pareizs garums eventa trasēm ir jāskatās Zwift hub.com. Tur var redzēt trasi ar šitām eventu pievedošajām ceļiem, tad viņš parāda ideāli, precīzo garumu. Bet tas ir neatkarīgi no tā, kādu garumu es ielieku. Es vienmēr Zwiftam uzrakstu, ka man finišu vajag finiša arkā, tā noteiktā maršruta finiša arkā. Tā kā, kā viņi raksta attiecībā arī uz čempionātiem, pasākumiem, mēs neesam Zwifta lielvalsts, tāpēc viņi arī, principā, šausmīgi neiespringst, lai mums viss būtu tip-top. Tipa gonka ir, finiši kaut kur tur patām ir, viss kārtībā. So Martin Schirgens was saying no Discord today. Jā, es arī redzēju, ka Dana atmanā, tas ir gļuks Zwiftā. Šoreiz es domāju, ka tas ir gļuks, nevis kaut kāda laža. Es riskēju Kārvils paies. Jā, mēs zinām, Kārvils mēdz nočiept finišu cilvēkiem. Okay, everyone, really big thanks for watching this. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to our channels, visit 4Cyclists. Visit Zwift.tv. Don't forget, in this weekend, 12th of February, we have Latvian National Championships in group rides. Everybody, please check the rules. Please check your power meters, check your batteries, check your setup. Calibrate it first. And really big ask from me, don't use made-up nicknames. Please use your real names, so it's easier for me to determine which is which rider. If I won't be able to put a rider's nickname with a real person, I will probably don't look for person. If there is some like crazy nickname, I even don't pronounce it or read it, or I will just put it in the results, and I don't know, just use your real names. This is a Latvian National Championship, so please attend it like it's a national championship.
Roberts, tu buks, jo arī man Arka bija pirms eventa finiša, viss saka tāpat pie labāk kā. Protams, paldies visiem, kas piedalījās, paldies visiem, kas skatījās. Thank you everyone for watching, thank you everyone for participating in this race. Check the winner from 4Cyclists in their website in a few days. And see you next week, same time, 6 o'clock in the evening in YouTube, Facebook, wherever you want to watch us. And have a good evening. Bye.